You already.
Nope.
Hi. Hey.
Always do this. Give me 1 minute. I always do this.
What you
let the Holy Ruach sit right there. See right there. Don't worry. Nothing is missing because he's sitting there. Nothing is missing. See, he there. Yeah. Ta-da! He there.
No sense at all.
Shalom, Dad. Shalom, Mom. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Oh, let us send
this out.
Yay! Hopefully you all enjoyed your weekend. Oh, it's a lot. There we are. Let me send this out.
Hey, people.
Good to see you. We're getting back on Enoch. Man, I feel like we sliding through in here. And I'm like, Father, we need to slow down, you know. Because how
it's a lot to meditate on.
Yeah, because how are we already in the 60s, Father?
Yeah.
Let me know, because I don't mind slowing down. Let's see. All right, and then right here, and Shalom, Auntie Cammy. Cam. Love you, good lady. Love you, love you. All right, so I took that and that's out. Let me put my phone on silent. See, we real people. We some real people. I be trying to tell y'all that.
Yeah, we'll send out that link. People just messing with us.
They just be like, where the link at? Yeah. And so now they can't say where because they got it. All right, so Shalom, people. Good to see y'all. Happy second day. All right, because y'all know he gives us 6 days to prepare and 7 days to party with him in the right way. Okay,
it's a party.
It is. All right, so we thank you so much for joining us. We're in the book of Enoch. We're in the 61st chapter of Enoch.
Why do I have 65?
Because you're moving too fast. You read it before, that's why. Multiple times. And so you have it.
No, I think you do.
Okay. So we're in the 61st chapter of Enoch. And so, like we always say, we don't have no rerun for you. We don't have no recap because the recap is on Friday.
It's just too much going on.
All I can tell you is creation is creating. Okay, it's doing what it's doing. It understands its assignment.
Yeah, and it does it. It obeys.
Yes, and so lately I just been like, I guess you felt like you should make it rain today, huh, Father? Because rain is raining. All right, but let us jump into a word of prayer. All right, Father Yah, we thank you for allowing us to do this one more again. I always want to say that. One more again, Father Yah. Good to see you, Uncle Ronald Ron. Caught us right in prayer. But we thank you for allowing us to join us on story time to do story time another time, Father Yah, at this time. I'm sleepy, Father Yah, so I'm jumbling my words, but I need you to help me, wake me up, okay? Give us wisdom, give us understanding, help us to understand your word in the right context, Father. I pray that your people will be encouraged. I pray that there's something that we can pull out of this lesson that we're going to read, and we can implement it in our life sometime today or tomorrow, however you choose. Help us to understand that this is our history. We are reading about our ancestors. And so to know better is to do better. All right. And to do better is to know better. So we just thank you. We pray that you will be in the midst of this. You said where 2 or 3, okay, are gathered in your name, and in your midst, you'll be in the midst, Father. Be in the midst. That's all, please. Father. Because we can't do this. Because, well, I am just me. I can't do this. I need you. All right, so let your people see you through us in Yahushua HaMashiach's name. Amen.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. All right, so if you don't know those in the back, hi, how are you? I just want to introduce myself. I'm Bonnie G in the place to be. Hey. Felt like I ain't did that in a while. That's a good one. We need a music to it. And then as this young lady that's straight in Torah. Straight in Torah.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Yahudi Inc. Okay, empowered by truth. That was a good little business, okay? But if you don't know who she is, she's none other than Auntie Shelly on the beats. That's right. Y'all know we don't do that for ourselves, but I promise you, we do it for the community. Hashtag, we are community minded. All right. Like always, we always want to share. If you have questions, put it in the chat. And if you happen to listen later on and you have questions, go ahead and send us an email, okay? storytimewff@gmail.com. and it will ping unto Shelly on the beat. And we'll get back to you, all right? And last but not least, this whole platform, if y'all didn't guess and you didn't know, it's really dedicated to the Most High Yahweh and those that are seeking truth. So as we're in the chat, be courteous, be kind, be nice, be patient. For those that may not know what you know, okay? Because we're all on different levels. And I like to just be like, I'm just here. I'm real low, okay? I really like to just start right there and build upon that.
And climb ladders.
Yeah, I will catch a ladder in a quick hot minute, okay? I like those. All right, so nevertheless, let's jump in. Open your Bibles to chapter 61 and let's get to it. Yes. See, look at that. Who's sleepy? All right. In those days, because we're going to read about those days. In those days, I beheld long ropes given to those angels who took their wings and fled, advancing towards the north. And I inquired of the angels, saying, wherefore have they taken those long ropes and gone forth? He said, they are gone forth to measure. I think you may have been right.
We did read this, but maybe
we don't sit. No, we're not. Over. I apologize. My apologies. We're in the vision of Noah. 65. She was right. I sit corrected. All right.
I don't have no problem.
Turn your page. Turn your page. Ready? We're in the vision of Noah. Okay. Chapter 65 of Enoch. In those days, we still in those days. Noah saw that the earth became inclined, and that destruction approached. Then he lifted up his feet and went to the ends of the earth, to the dwelling of his great-grandfather Enoch. And Noah cried with a bitter voice, hear me, hear me, hear me, 3 times. And he said, tell me what is transacting upon the earth. For the earth labors and is violently shaken. Surely I shall perish with it.
Can you imagine sin so bad that Noah felt it in the earth? He felt something ain't right. The earth is shaking. I don't know, maybe it was a lot of earthquakes or whatever. Maybe. But Noah was sensitive to whatever was going on. He was like, something ain't right.
He was like,
With the whole earth, something's just not right.
Now this is crazy that he will go to his grandfather Enoch. Oh well, yeah, because he's not dead. I don't know why I was thinking he was gone.
No, he ain't gone yet.
Okay, my bad. That was see. All right, so he's going to Enoch and he's asking. Thank you, babe. He's asking like, what is going on? Okay, let's go into it. After this, there was a great perturbation. Y'all know that word because we read it and gave you the definition. On the earth. Remember, a shift. Remember?
Yeah. So there was an earthquake. Shift.
Yeah, could have been.
Moving. Yeah.
And a voice was heard from heaven. I fell down on my face when my great-grandfather Enoch came and stood by me. He said to me, why have you cried out to me? Yeah, Enoch is in the heavens.
Did he leave already?
I guess he in the heavens. And it said dwelling of where he lived.
Because I know they're inserting this part about Noah, but I think it's going to go back to
where he was, or where we left
back
off.
to Enoch, seeing visions. We'll see. All right. But I think so.
And a voice was heard from heaven. I fell down on my face when my great-grandfather Enoch came and stood by me. He said to me, why have you cried out to me with a bitter cry and lamentation? A commandment has gone forth from Yahuwah against those who dwell on the earth, that they may be destroyed. For they know every secret of the angels, every oppressive and secret power of the devils, and every power of those who commit sorcery, as well as those who make molten in the whole earth. How is silver produced from the dust of the earth? How on the earth does the drop exist? For lead and tin are not produced from earth, as primary fountains of their production. There is an angel standing upon it, and that angel struggles to prevail.
Wow.
Thank you, Uncle Ron. He says, yeah, Enoch was gone to heaven by then.
Okay. So that must be why he went to the ends,
Mhm.
cried, and yeah.
So this is okay. So let me. Okay, I might be jumping ahead. So let me read it a little bit.
Okay.
But you had something?
Yeah, because I was just gonna comment on how I was talking about how now the earth is so violent because those watchers taught them all the secrets that they know, and they're putting those secrets into action, like,
Mhm.
and it's causing the earth to, they messing up the earth just like they
Right.
doing it now.
Mhm.
They're messing up the earth, producing all this silver out of stuff, and tin, like they were saying. He said, how is silver produced from the dust of the earth, and how on the earth does the drop exist? For lead and tin are not produced from earth as a primary fountain of their production. So they must be taken, they must have taught them something about how to take silver and
Mhm.
make this lead, because remember, lead is not really all that good for you, and tin and
Yeah.
stuff that, but they're taking it from the earth, which means they're doing something to the earth.
Right. Okay, verse 9. Afterwards, my great grandfather Enoch seized me with his hand, raising me up and saying to me, go, for I have asked Yahuwah Sabaoth respecting this perturbation of the earth, who replied, on account of their impiety have their innumerable judgments been consummated before me. Because of the sorceries which they have searched out and learned, the earth and those who dwell upon it will be destroyed. And that to these there will be no refuge forever. They have discovered secrets, those who have been judged, but not you, my son. Yahuwah Sabaoth knows that you are pure and good from the reproach of secrets. He, the Holy One, capital H and O, will establish your name in the midst of the Kodashim and will guard you from those who dwell upon the earth. He will establish your seed in righteousness for kings and for great glory. And from your seed shall spring forth righteousness and holy men without number forever.
Wow.
After this, he showed me the angels of punishment, who were prepared to come and to open all the mighty waters under the earth, that they may be for judgment and for the destruction of all those who remain and dwell upon the earth. And Yahuwah Sabaoth commanded the angels who went forth not to take up and guard the men, for those angels are over all the mighty waters. Then I went out from the presence of Enoch. Interesting.
Not to take up and guard the men. Okay.
Right?
Let's keep reading, and then stuff gotta
Yeah,
click. You
it gotta
gotta.
click. Chapter 67. In those days, the word, capital W, of Elohim came to me and said, Noah, behold, your lot has ascended up to me, a lot void of crime, a lot beloved and upright. Now then, the angels are making a wooden structure, but when they proceed to this, I will put my hand upon it and guard it. The seed of life shall arise from it, and a change shall take place, that the dry land shall not be left empty. I will establish your seed before me forever and ever, and the seed of those who dwell with you on the surface of the earth. It shall be blessed and multiplied in the presence of the earth, in the name of Yahuwah.
The wooden structure, I'm sure, is the ark. Yeah, oh yeah. So labor at the trees or making a wooden usefulness.
I thought you had a toothache.
I do.
I was gonna ask
Oh,
that.
sorry. I didn't know.
Because we don't get this kind of we don't get this in our regular Bibles. We don't get it. So yes, Auntie Shelly on the beat, but bump, putting it out there. Yes, it is the ark. But notice we don't get this account in the Bible where it shows, because how does one man, not that he can't build a structure
Right.
by himself, but how does one man do it?
Yeah, even if his sons were helping him, that's just 4 people. Like,
No, right. But in one of those Noah movies, it had account of where there was some beings helping him
yeah.
build the structure.
Mhm.
And y'all know, we say all the time that Hollywood know our stuff.
Mhm.
Not only Hollywood, but you know who know our stuff, and they make
Mhm.
movies and they make it so entertaining that we don't link it to history.
So you're right.
We be like, that was a good movie, or girl, why
Mhm.
did they put that in there? That was weird.
Mhm.
Because they read our scripture.
Yeah.
So I just want to say, like, for those that sometimes people say, well, you know, there's no need for us to read these
Yeah.
books because they're uninspired. By who? Because it links. It's a picture. It's a puzzle piece to what we already have.
And Hollywood wants us to think it's a fairy tale. So
Yes.
they figure if they get there first, then we'll think it's a fairy tale if we read it later. But really, this was here first.
That's what's here first.
Yeah.
And absolutely, Noah was helped by the angels. So it
Mhm.
makes sense. And when he was telling the people, like, it's going to rain, because my mindset was like, well, how did he know? Like, how did he? I know that the Most High told him.
Mhm.
But how did he know, to the point like he was preaching this for years
Years.
and didn't get tired? So only way you're doing that is the Most High shown you
Yep.
exactly what it's going to look like.
Mhm.
And you got to let the people know,
And-
because you've
mhm.
seen it and you
Mhm.
are convinced.
And you see the angels building it right in front of you.
Yes. And you are convinced, and you're like, nah, y'all, no, it's going to rain. And that
they
is your
all like,
message.
what's rain?
Mhm.
Come on, y'all.
Yes, they don't know, but it's in a dry place.
Mhm.
And so I just want to say there's reasons why we should be in these uninspired books.
Mhm.
Drop the quotation marks.
Yeah.
But it adds a bigger picture to what we already know.
Yes.
And it
Fills
gives
in the blanks.
it fills in the blank, and it shows how mighty and powerful Yahuwah is.
Yeah, because this ark was huge.
It was huge.
It was huge.
Yes. Good to see you, Lolo. We are in chapter 67 in the book of Enoch, and Shalom, my little sister. And then, yes, he said 150 years.
Yeah, and it was 100 and something. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a long time to
Yeah.
keep preaching a message.
Mhm.
The same message.
Same message.
With
Same
message. Whoa. And some of us don't even like to hear the same message twice. But he's preaching the same message.
Yes.
150
For years. Yeah.
That's crazy. But it's so like the Most High, because he wants his people to understand.
Yeah. And give them time to repent.
Mm-hmm. All right. So 67 and 4. So now we see the angels is building this structure too. And they shall confine those angels who disclose impiety in that burning valley, which at first my great grandfather Enoch showed me in the west, where there was mountains of gold and silver, of iron, of fluid metal, and of tin. I beheld that valley in which there was a great He just gonna keep throwing this word in here. Perturbation, and the waters were troubled. And when all this was effected from the fluid mass of fire and troubled them in that place, there arose a strong smell of sulfur, which became mixed with the waters and the valleys of the angels, who had been guilty of seduction, burned underneath its soil.
I don't have to tell y'all the sulfur stank.
Sulfur stinks. That's why my face frowned up, because it stinks.
Even remember, I don't know if your mom used sulfate on your hair. They were still using it then. Even that stank.
Yes.
And just think it's worse than that, because this is pure sulfur.
Yeah, it just stinks. Yes. Verse 7 from 67. Through the valley also rivers of of fire were flowing, to which those angels shall be condemned, who seduce the inhabitants of the earth. And in those days shall these waters be to kings, to princes, to the exalted, and to the inhabitants of the earth, for the healing of the soul and body, and for the judgment of the Ruach. Their Ruach shall be full of lust, that they may be judged in their bodies, because they have denied Yahuwah Sabaoth, and they perceive their condemnations day by day. They believe not in his name. So they're drinking the water and
Yeah.
becoming
So
contaminated with it.
yeah, because they're saying like in those days shall these waters be. So for the kings, the princes, the
Yeah.
exalted inhabitants, they like this water.
Mm-hmm.
They think it heals their. So think of like those hot springs that
Oh,
people
what
like
people
to
go
go
to?
to,
Yeah.
and they just like kind of soak in them. They have them like all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, we go into the hot springs
We not.
because there's some of them that are not so hot. There's some that is crazy hot. Like the guys are over in Yellowstone, they ain't getting in that one. But it's like little pockets of them all over.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's going to heal my soul and body. No.
No.
That's because you evil.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's.
We ain't getting in there.
We ain't doing it. Okay. Verse 10. And as the inflammation of their bodies shall be great, so shall their ruach undergo a change forever. For no word which is uttered before Yahuwah Sabaoth shall be in vain. Judgment has come upon them because they trusted in their carnal revelry and denied Yahuwah Sabaoth.
Wow.
I like that.
It's just, I don't want to say amazing because, of course, Yahuwah doesn't forget stuff. He's Yahuwah. Every little thing you did, if you don't repent and turn, every little thing you did is going to be held against you. Just think about that. If you ain't covered by the blood, every little thing you did, you got to be judged for.
Remember, we learned that these angels are taking notes. And I remember Dad was just mentioning it when he was teaching. He said he had a vision, and when he was in church, and he saw these angels getting out of a vehicle, I'll just say a vehicle or a chariot, and they had these long feathers, and they were riding. And then he saw this, and then someone else came in and confirmed that she saw it too. These angels are writing and taking notes.
They're writing it all down.
They're writing down. It's real.
We ain't go. Well,
we don't have an excuse because he's gonna be like Aaron. And in October on the 4th at 6:06, Levon, you said I wish that Nick. Yeah, I don't even remember saying that, but you got that?
Yeah.
You wrote that? Yeah, he writing it all. Okay.
So it means the fact that Mashiach came and redeemed us.
Thank you,
it
Father.
means a lot.
It's heavy.
It's like everything.
Absolutely.
It's everything.
Absolutely. And not that we worship these angels, but be nice. Watch what you say.
Because they'll tell on you.
All right, verse 13. In those days shall the waters of that valley be changed. For when the angel shall be judged, then shall the heat of those springs of water experience an alteration. And when the angel shall ascend, the water of the springs shall again undergo a change and be frozen. Then I heard holy Michael answering and saying, this judgment with which the angel shall be judged shall bear testimony against the kings, the princes, and those who possess the earth. For these waters of judgment shall be for their healing and for their death of their bodies. But they shall not perceive and believe that the waters will be changed and become a fire which shall blaze forever.
He said they ain't even thinking about that. They ain't believing it. They ain't thinking about like this water is nice.
So here's the thing that my question.
That same water gonna burn you up.
Really? Because it says these waters, is it according to their
Because remember
ability
these,
to receive? Because 15 says these waters of judgment shall be for their healing and for their death of their bodies, but they shall not perceive it and believe that the
yeah,
waters
because
will be
now
for.
they're using it for healing, but it's going to undergo a change,
Gotcha.
and it's now going to be for your destruction. You want it to go kick back in the hot springs? Okay, here you go.
Right.
But it's going to be a change. It's going to undergo a change.
Ooh. 68. After this, he gave me the characteristic marks of all the secret things in the sefer of my great grandfather. Yes.
So
Enoch.
characteristical marks means the signs.
Okay. So after this, he gave me the signs or marks of all the secret things in the sefer of my great grandfather Enoch, and in the parables which had been given to him, inserting them for me among the words of the sefer of parables.
Oh, so basically he's saying some of this stuff I wouldn't have been able to understand unless he told me how to understand it. Because remember, they way back.
Yes.
They way back.
Wow, but that's amazing because even back in the day, I know, but back in the day, our great parents used to speak parables to us for us to get it.
They really did.
For us to get something, they would say, "Girl, that rock ain't going." You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, "The rock, huh?
You don't think fat meat greasy?
It is greasy. That's why it's fat meat." But it's so funny when you see characteristics of our grandmother and stuff like that. It's like, and then you see it in our history. Like, that is so funny because as a people, we speak parables.
Yeah, we really do.
We do.
Yeah.
And it clicked. We'll be like, "Oh, okay, I know what that means."
Yeah.
Live a little, keep on living. Right? Like, okay. 2. At that time, holy Michael answered and said to Raphael, "The powers of the Ruach hurries me away and impels me on. The severity of the secret judgment of the angels, who is capable of endurance of that severe judgment which has taken place and been made permanent without being melted at the sight of it." He couldn't even take it. He was like, "Nah, I gotta go." Again, holy Michael answered and said to holy Raphael, "Who is there whose heart is not softened by it, and whose mind is not troubled at this thing? Judgment has gone forth against them by those who have thus dragged them away. And that was when they stood in the presence of Yahuwah Sabaoth. In like manner also, holy Rakael said to Raphael, they shall not be before the eye of Yahuwah, since Yahuwah Sabaoth has been offended with them. For like Adonai have they conducted themselves. Therefore will he bring upon them a secret judgment forever and ever. For neither shall angel nor man receive a portion of it, but they alone shall receive their own judgment forever and ever. Those kings and princes and all that. He said, "Oh, you held yourself up like a king."
Yeah. And you get in trouble for, just keep in mind, you're getting in trouble for what you did.
He said, "Ain't
like
nobody
you ain't gonna be able to pass it along and say, "Oh, it's because of this, because of that." No, you did this. Remember, your angel wrote it down. You had a chance to go this way, but you chose not to.
That's pretty bad when the angels can't even be there. They like, "Hey, we gotta go. It's too much." But you're gonna be able to be melting all over again. That's crazy. 69. After this judgment, they shall be astonished and irritated, for it shall be exhibited to the inhabitants of the earth. Behold, the names of those angels. These are the names. The first of them is Shemi Azah. The second is Ashtik Kapah. That's the name tonight. Okay. And the third, Armin. Got that one. The fourth,
Cuckaball.
There you go. L.
Oh, yeah.
Kakabal. Oh. The fourth, Turo, the 6th, Rumiel, the 7th, Daniel, the 8th, Kael, the 9th, Barak or Barak El, the 10th, Azazel, the 11th, Armors, the 12th, Batarel, the 13th, Basaal, the 14th, Anan El, the 14th, Toriel, the 16th, Semipise El, the 17th, Yatar Al, the 18th, Tuma Al, the 19th, Tar Al, the 20th, Rum Al, the 21st, Azaz El. These are the chiefs of their angels and the names of the leaders of their hundreds and the leaders of their fifties and the leaders of their tens.
So these are their numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Of all those who were all the other fallen angels are under one of these leaders, and it says how some of them got more than the other, but but they're the leaders.
Wow. The first name, the name of the first is Yakum.
Rebel. It means the rebel.
Ooh. It was he who seduced all the sons of the holy angels and causing them to descend on earth, led astray the offspring
so they
of men.
They letting us know who did what. So what's his name?
The
rebel. The rebel.
Oh, so most time you naturally think that, would have done it, but nah.
Yeah, Lucifer. Because remember, this is sometime.
She said that's people in there.
Yeah. This is sometime into how can I put it? Mankind. Like this wasn't at the beginning when like Lucifer tried to take over. Like this. Remember, these watchers came down later after there began to be men. So he said these were those that did that part. I think it's making that separation, but they still all together.
Right. Yeah, it's still running together. The name of the second is Kasab Al, who pointed out evil counsel to the sons of the holy angels and induced them to corrupt their bodies by generating mankind. The name of the third is Gadar El, and he discovered every stroke of death to the children of men. He seduced Kuah and discovered to the children of men the instruments of death, the coat of mail, the shield, and the sword for slaughter, every instrument of death to the children of men.
So we have the name of the actual fallen one who seduced Kuah. His name is Gadrael. Whatever. So he not only just seduced Kuah, but he's also the one that made all the instruments, the weapons of destruction. Like he was for our utter destruction. He said, I'm gonna start with Kuah, get her to eat the fig, and then once they do that, I'm gonna show them how to kill people with using this and using that.
That's crazy. 8. From his hand were derived to them who dwell upon earth from that period forever. The name of the fourth is Pene El. He discovered to the children of men bitterness and sweetness, and pointed out to them every secret of their wisdom. He taught men to understanding writing and ink and paper. He taught men to understand writing and ink and paper. Therefore, numerous have been those who have gone astray from every period of the world, even to this day. For men were not born for this, thus with pen and with ink to confirm their faith. That is.
So you didn't need to read because you just took oaths. Remember they used to just take oaths.
And there was a thing where there was no need to write anything because you was already in alignment, and it was all about listening.
Honest. Yep.
And following the instruction.
Yep.
So why do you need to do that if I've already established communication with
Because you need to distort it.
and you
And you
knew
only can do that by writing it down.
and you
So you
knew
can change it.
the time was our meeting place and all of that,
Mhm.
and then he put signs in the sky for you.
Mhm.
So there was no
There was
so
no need.
doing here makes us trust in ourselves and our ability.
Mhm.
But doing it Yahweh made us rely on him for
Yes.
our direction and instruction.
Yes, and this way, if they write it down, they can manipulate it. And they knew we
Mhm.
can manipulate it. Even like when you look at all these contracts, you be like, I just want to get my phone turned on.
Right.
Why is this thing 10 pages?
Uh-huh.
Like, really?
Yeah. You need
Just
a
trying
lawyer just to get a
phone.
phone.
Yeah.
Read this contract. All right. 14. Since they were not created except no, yes, except that, like the angels, they might remain righteous and poor. That was
That
pure.
was it.
That was the only reason why we didn't need
Didn't
all
need
of
all
that.
that.
Because the angels is righteous and pure. We
Mhm.
are a reflection. We were supposed to be
The
that
reflect. Yep.
that
Like
righteousness and pure.
what we need to write it down for. You know what you said. I know what I said. Let's just.
Mhm.
Everybody was honest.
It was righteous.
Yeah.
There was no. It wasn't no need.
Yeah.
Corruption
Yeah.
wasn't in there. It wasn't
Wasn't there.
supposed to be. They jacked this system up.
Up.
All right. Nor would death, which destroys everything, have affected them. But by this their knowledge they perish, and by this also power consumes.
We know so much that is why. That is a big
You
reason why people perish. You just think you know everything.
if I tell you some people common response is, "Oh, I know."
hmm
Oh, okay.
hmm
All
And you
right.
don't. You know what you read. And that's why a lot of people, just even when it comes to the truth in general, even about us being Hebrews, what the fight is all about, the constitutions, people write up about their different countries. Anything that is written down can be manipulated.
Oh, absolutely.
They can write whatever they want. And I want you all to notice, let's say, for instance, you have a complaint with the IRS. You cannot send them an email. You
Mm-mm.
cannot send them nothing electronic because it can be manipulated. They want a solid contract. They make you write stuff down and mail it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm.
Anything, you got to put it on paper. Don't get to try to send it. You ain't going to find no email address.
And the crazy thing too with this is you
Mhm.
only know what you know.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like it keeps us when we just rely on the things that we know, it keeps us a kind of like a separation because he knows the
Mhm.
truth. He is the
Yes.
truth. He is everything. He's the access to whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like what by us learning how to read, write, and all that, we
Mm-hmm.
rely on ourselves, and that wasn't
Yes.
supposed to be.
Wasn't supposed
We're supposed to be righteous and pure,
to. Mm-hmm.
righteous and pure. That was it,
Mm-hmm.
and we didn't have to worry about wrong because wrong wasn't supposed to be
Wasn't
introduced,
supposed to be. Mm-hmm.
wasn't supposed to be in the
Yeah.
scene.
And that's how they were able to steal a bunch of stuff. Like, you don't even own this land. How you writing up deeds talking about so and so sold it? It wasn't there as a sale. Wasn't there as a sale, but you wrote it down. And
Yeah.
you can say, I have it in writing.
Yep.
That don't make it yours.
Mm-mm. Yes, she said. Lolo said, "Yeah, they want a letter. They sure do."
Mm-hmm.
Listen, let me get off this IRS so they shut us down.
Oh.
All right. 17. The name of the fifth is Kazyad. Sorry. The name of the fifth is Kazyad. He discovered to the children of men every wicked stroke of the Ruach and of devils. The stroke to the embryo in the womb, abortion,
To diminish it.
to diminish it. The stroke to the Ruach by the bite of the serpent, and the midday stroke of the offspring of the serpent, the name of which is Tabiat. Wow.
Yeah, which means male or strong. But the other one, what was the
It says the embryo
to diminish, yeah.
or
Or the
miscarriage.
blows which attack the embryo in the womb so that it miscarries.
So it taught you how to strike a person who's pregnant, so the baby will be miscarried.
Yeah, so the baby will miscarry.
So she'll miscarry.
So you kill the baby. Basically, you kill the baby in the womb.
Because you hit it a certain way.
Mhm.
Wow, that is crazy. What is the serpent? Was it in the midday stroke of the offspring of the serpent?
The
Says
name
by
of
the
it.
bite of the serpent. Is it basically using the poison of the snake?
In the midday.
I don't know.
The
Someone
stroke
that
to the ruach by the bite of the serpent in the midday stroke of the offspring.
anybody have some thoughts on that?
Yeah, it just says that the name, the tabiat means male or strong.
Yeah.
So I think maybe it.
Yeah.
The stroke thing, the stroke to the ruach, so the stroke to the spirit by the bite of the serpent, and the midday stroke of the offspring of the serpent. So the stroke thing is something that hit you, and maybe it's poisonous, maybe it's
Yeah.
I don't know, like, but
I
it's
don't know.
teaching you,
Yeah.
like, because remember, all snakes are not poisonous.
No.
So maybe it was teaching them which ones were and which ones weren't.
Mm-hmm. Y'all can chime in and let us know. Okay, this is where we learn together. This is my favorite part. All right, 19. This is the number of the casp, the principal part of the oath which El Elyon, dwelling in glory, revealed to the holy ones. Its name is Becca or Baka. He spoke to holy Michael to discover to them the sacred name, that they might understand that secret name, and thus remembered the oath, and that those who pointed out every secret thing to the children of men might tremble at the name and oath. I'll keep reading. This is the power of that oath, for powerful it is and strong. And he established this oath of Akkah or Akeh by the instrumentality of the holy Michael. These are the secrets of this oath, and by it were they confirmed. Heaven was suspended by it before the world was made forever. By it has the earth been founded upon the flood, while from the concealed parts of the hills the agitated waters proceed forth from the creation to the end of the world.
So this secret has something to do with creation, with the whole foundation of creation. He spoke to Holy Bible to discover the sacred name. So some kind of secret name. There's some kind of oath.
Let me see, because I'm thinking I'm picking up something different.
Okay, what you picking up?
Something different.
Okay, can I know what it is? Oh, okay. What?
Because I gotta see if it makes sense.
Oh, okay.
As I'm reading, I'm like, what's going on? I can't see it. All right, 23. I'm gonna go start off with 23. These are the secrets of this oath, and by it were they confirmed. Heaven was suspended by it before the world was made forever. By it has the earth been founded upon the flood, while from the concealed parts of the hills the agitated waters proceed forth from the creation to the ends of the world. Okay. By this oath the sea has been formed, and the foundation of it. During the period of its fury, he established the sand against it, which continues unchanged forever. And by this oath, the abyss has been made strong, nor is it removable from its station forever and ever. By this oath, the sun and the moon complete their progress, never swerving from the command to them forever and ever. By this oath, the stars complete their progress, and when their names are called, they return and answer forever and ever. Thus the heavens have the blowing of the winds, all of them have ruach, and are a complete combination of breathings. There the treasures of thunder are kept, and the splendor of the lightning there are kept, the treasures of hail and of frost, the treasures of snow, the treasures of rain and of dew. All these confess a Lord before Yahuwah Sabaoth. They glorify with all their power of praise, and he sustained them in all thanksgiving. While they laud, glorify, exalt the name of Yahuwah Sabaoth forever and ever. And with them he establishes this oath, by which they and their paths are preserved, nor does their progress perish. Great was their joy.
I think it's the whatever word he spoke to make things come into existence. That's what it sounded like it is to me. Because he was, I know we are saying he said, let there be, but but it's some kind of word that you use to unlock it, like to make creation. Like for instance, when Elizabeth opened up the mountain, there was some kind of word she had to use, or some kind of like they say secret combination. I'm sure it's just you have to, for us to use it, we have to say it. Because like remember in each layer of heaven there was a password.
Yes, it was.
You wasn't getting in without that password, even in the garden. Like
yep, there was a password.
You got a mark? Yeah, you had to know a combination. You had to know what to say to get create, because creation just ain't finna follow you. Even though we have dominion, they not finna fall for the okie doke. That's what it seemed like it is to me. So he taught them whatever that combination is.
But this is a good thing.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. This is a good thing.
This is a good thing.
Yeah. That you, and I just remember like when I was reading that book, remember of Abraham, and I told you, remember, he told Abraham, okay, if I find 10 good people, I'm going to spare Sodom and Gomorrah, but I'm going to need you to stay here because when it's time, I'm going to teach you the combination. You're the one going to send the fire and brimstone.
Yeah.
So it's some kind of way, you don't just get to do what you want to do. Like,
okay, let me read. This is listen, I might start back on that one because
that's deep.
Yeah, but yeah. Okay, so 38. They blessed, glorified, and exalted because the name of the son of Adam was revealed to them.
So that was something to do with his name.
That was the name.
In the name of.
And yeah, that was the name. That understand that secret name and thus remember the oath. So it says, blessed, they blessed and glorified because the name of the son of Adam was revealed to them. Can you imagine how we felt when the name was revealed to us?
Yeah.
We didn't have to call him by the Greek name or
we know the real name.
He
as close as we
he
can
gave
say it. Yeah.
Oh, but there's gonna be a time when he's really going to reveal his name.
Yes, they knew. Don't fool yourself. Adam and Kuah, when they messed up, they knew who they was looking for.
Right.
They knew what name. All of them knew what the name Yahweh Shai. I would say even I may not be saying it right, but still, it's still his name. They knew that name.
They sure did.
They knew that name.
Let me see. He sat upon the throne of his glory, and the principal part of the judgment was assigned to him. The son of Adam, sinners shall disappear and perish from the face of the earth, while those who seduce them shall be bound with chains forever. According to, hold on, let me show y'all. Should we show?
Yeah.
On YouTube? Where's my phone?
We are on YouTube.
No. I can show them on the phone.
Oh, yeah, girl, go on, show them.
I don't like your tongue.
She got an attitude. I just want to look. I'm the one with the toothache.
I'm gonna show y'all. Hold on, let me show y'all. You know what, Lolo?
I know Lolo got it.
She said, "Show us that clip." I was gonna show you. See, you too. You don't even know what you're talking about, sis. You don't know what you're talking about. I was gonna show you a real thing. I was gonna show you guys because we in the middle of people just be making prejudgments and stuff.
I don't think they just know what
All
we
right,
doing.
I'm about to show you.
Mm.
Let me see.
You got it? You slow.
I know my fingers. Listen, the nails. So let me show y'all.
$13. How much are those shoes? Shoes are $19. Now, he is up there on the 13th step. He can move 12 more steps without just a moment. There's a mistake. He's supposed to be up to 16. The
Do y'all
shoes
see
are
that
$19.
caption?
What did you say? $35? $35. Okay, then he's up to $19. That's a stupid mountain climber. That's all I have to say. Okay, there's a wonderful young man back there named
Y'all
Roger
see that?
Dobkowitz who's in charge.
A
And he had
real
no idea that I
cliffhanger.
would do that.
A real cliffhanger, okay? I was trying to show y'all, but y'all.
She has no sense. None. Never have.
No, I don't have enough sense.
I just circled 38 because
Okay.
we really stopped in the middle. So
Mhm,
just to start with 38. First 38.
I could have showed y'all that clip, but Lolo, she kind of beat me to it.
Lolo messed it up for everybody.
Yeah. We'll give her some hearts, though. Let's give her some hearts. Let's give her some hearts. Thank you, Lolo. Anywho, y'all, we always love reading. It is always, listen, we don't be reading fairy tales. We be reading your story. We be reading about your family member, okay? Our family.
Go back and read this and kind of, because this was kind of,
it was a lot
it was
to
a lot
read and to break
and to
down.
try to break,
And as I'm reading, I'm trying to picture it. I'm trying to see
Mhm.
what he's talking about. And sometimes you'll hear me say, oh, I can't see it. Oh, I can see that.
Yeah.
But it was hard to grasp that,
Mhm.
the reading, and put it into a picture, like what that looks like, even for myself.
And because people have different experiences, it may be somebody on here that could like explain it like a little bit, give us a better picture of it.
Yes. She said, oh, you hit me though, because you really was trying to see me when it was just a video. I was still gonna do the same thing. I was gonna show you a real cliffhanger. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I like a good cliffhanger. But y'all catch on too quick.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that. Y'all need to go back to not knowing.
Yeah, we need to
switch
something up.
Yeah, we gotta figure it out. We're gonna figure it out because I can't just shut it down, you know what I'm saying? Because then the video's gone. But nevertheless, y'all, we thank y'all so much. I hope y'all be praying for us.
Please.
Please. Pray for us. All right. So we'll see you tomorrow on Story Time. Story Time. Story Time. Oh, she says I do have a question. Okay, let's get this. Okay, off topic. Let me see. I do have a question. It popped up in my head. Who was the beast blocking from the garden in the lost book of Adam and Eve? Was that Seth? Oh, who was the guy? Seth was there, absolutely. But the beast was just the beast.
Remember, beasts are just animals.
Yeah,
so
it was just an animal.
It a snake?
No, it was a beast. Remember, because
he
he was like, you didn't.
Yeah, it was some kind of animal that was gonna bite him. Yeah.
Yeah. And he was like, you didn't shut your mouth when you had to eat that fruit.
Yep.
Yeah, that beast was pissed.
Yeah.
Because she changed it up. Sorry. But the beast was up.
Yeah, because he like, you the reason why I'm like this anyway.
Yeah. So he was trying to bite. If y'all don't know, that is the testament of Adam and Eve, I think. In that book, there was a beast that was going to attack Seth. And Kuwa, or Eve, was there. And she told the beast. Well, I think he did try to bite.
He said, how dare you bite the image of Yah.
Yes. So he tried to bite the image of Seth. And Kuwa was trying to check the animal. And she was
animal checked her. And Seth had to say, stop.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the beast let go and moved on. But he was upset, okay? Because that beast had to have a new life, okay?
You sure falling like this. I ain't trying to bite nobody.
Right. But he had a grip. He had a grip. All right, y'all. So I have to go. I love y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. Again, thank y'all so much for tuning in for story time. And if you have any more questions, whether it's on topic or in topic or off the topic, it don't matter.
Please
Send them.
ask.
Send them.
Yes.
All right. All right.
Shalom.
Shalom, y'all. And keep praying for us. 'Cause we really need it.